Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small.
You got a love for boxing.
Yes, love boxing.
Who gonna win the fight, man? That's coming up, the biggest
Crawford.
fight in boxing.
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating. Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo.
Come on, yeah, get it, 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 get it. Come on, yeah, move out the way, yeah, move out the way, yeah, move out the way.
It's not often you see Stephen A. Smith keep his voice calm while making a bold prediction, but that's exactly what happened on Andre Ward's All the Smoke Fight podcast. No shouting, no over-the-top delivery. He looked straight into the camera and calmly dropped a statement that immediately sent waves through the boxing world.
Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo.
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. Stephen A. didn't even pause before saying it. And remember, this isn't coming from someone new to the sport. He's spent decades covering boxing legends like Mayweather, Pacquiao, Tyson, and now Crawford. His words carry serious weight in both the media and boxing circles. What made this moment stand out wasn't just the prediction itself, it was how he explained it.
You can outpoint him.
That's right.
When I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud.
Right.
It's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yeah.
Stephen A. admitted something fans and fighters have been saying for years: knocking out Canelo Alvarez is almost impossible. His chin is granite, his toughness unquestionable. But Stephen A. pointed out something people often forget: with enough movement and skill, Canelo can be beaten on points.
That's not beating Crawford. I will confess, I think Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage with Canelo, because Canelo is the naturally bigger, strong fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's gonna go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight.
He praised Crawford's world-class footwork, his ability to switch stances mid-fight, and his natural control of distance. Then came the critique. Stephen A. said Canelo's obsession with power could work against him. Every shot Canelo throws is hard and punishing, but also predictable. That, he argued, plays into Crawford's strengths, because Crawford relies on precision, timing, and exploiting openings. If every punch has to be a power punch, that's not going to beat Crawford.
And Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always ready.
always prepared.
He's always ready. He's always
that.
prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster.
Still, Stephen A. didn't write Canelo off completely. He made it clear that Canelo is a naturally bigger, stronger fighter, and that matters. He agreed with Gervonta Davis's trainer, who warned that if Crawford gets dragged into a brawl instead of sticking to boxing, the size gap could be a big factor. I don't care that Crawford's put on weight. Canelo's used to fighting at this weight. Crawford isn't. It was one of those rare takes where Stephen A. showed belief in one fighter while fully respecting the challenge ahead. And as September 13th gets closer, his comments have only added to the hype. Promo, no press conference, just raw gym footage of Terence Bud Crawford. Fans went crazy. This wasn't just a workout. It was the look of a man with a mission. Sharp pivots, slick head movement, crisp combinations from unexpected angles. It didn't look like training. It looked like a master refining his craft. The boxing community couldn't get enough. Some called it the cleanest training video they'd ever seen. Others compared it to when Mike Tyson's pad work at 53 went viral. But with Crawford, the standout wasn't brute power. It was control. Even moving up to super middleweight, he seemed faster than ever. No wasted steps, no hesitation, just pure focus. And he looked dangerous.
Yeah, move out the way. Yeah. What you got? 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 Yeah.
Fans even claimed this was the sharpest he's ever looked. Sharper than before he dismantled Errol Spence. Analysts took notice, social media blew up, and suddenly Stephen A.'s prediction didn't sound so far-fetched. But while many were impressed, others warned that all that speed might not be enough.
When you have two great fighters, great things can happen. But I could see even Crawford getting knocked out like Amir Khan style though.
Do you give Terence Crawford any chance to beat Canelo?
I don't see it happening.
Former Canelo sparring partner Garcia quickly spoke up and didn't hold back. He warned Crawford could be knocked out Amir Khan style. Garcia has felt Canelo's power firsthand and knows how hard those short, compact punches land. With Crawford jumping 3 weight classes, this will be the first time in years Canelo faces someone naturally smaller. No catch weights, no restrictions, just raw strength and size.
But he could definitely prove me wrong. But I just think, bro, like, I mean, I've trained with Canelo, I've been around him. Bro can really push back heavyweight. So I don't know how he's, like, because this is the first time Canelo's actually bigger than somebody in a long time. So it's like the weights are lifted off and now he could fight even more freely, you know?
Trained with Canelo, he can push back heavyweights, Garcia said. And this is the first time in a while he gets to fight like that again. But the conversation wasn't just about size.
Man, when you talking about these big fights, you whispering. You talking, huh? You said Canelo and Crawford?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. That's the biggest fight, you know what I mean, in boxing right now. Canelo and Crawford. Crawford stepping up. Man, it's so big, you got Muhammad over there saying something about it. That's how big it is.
Trainer and father of undisputed champ Devin Haney took it further, warning that Crawford might have to prepare for more than just a boxing match. Speaking to pro boxing fans, he hinted at past doping controversies connected to Canelo's camp and longtime trainer Eddie Reynoso. Does Crawford have to worry about more than boxing? Absolutely.
He came off the bench from the 60s, right, Muhammad? You go back in the 60s? Yeah, well, listen.
60 years of boxing.
Canelo is big. And shout out to Crawford stepping up. But does Crawford have to be worried about more things than just boxing?
Uh-oh.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
I didn't say he has to do any accusing, nor we would do that, but I'm saying is, let's worry.
Haney didn't directly accuse anyone, but his meaning was clear. Multiple fighters from Reynoso's gym have tested positive in recent years, including one just last month. That means Crawford might not just be facing a bigger fighter, but possibly an uneven playing field. Haney advised year-round testing. Crawford didn't respond with insults or arguments. Instead, he simply posted his Vader test results online to show his clean.
Hey, I slapped Steven so hard. They here to test me for steroids.
Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, bud.
He then talked about what he sees as the real challenge, the weight. On Dan Raphael's podcast, Crawford said this camp is different. No crash dieting, no losing strength, just carefully building the body. We're reshaping the body, he explained, without revealing whether he'll come in at the full 168 or slightly under to keep his speed. He also made headlines confirming the fight will stream on Netflix. With pay-per-view losing ground, he believes streaming is boxing's future, millions watching, many for free. While others debate doping, size, or knockouts, Crawford stays locked in. And the For months, critics and YouTubers claimed nobody cared about Crawford versus Canelo. They said there was no excitement, called Netflix a gimmick, and labeled the fight a mismatch and a cash grab. Well, those takes didn't age well. Fifth. Show over 52,000 tickets sold for the September 13th showdown at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, with only 2,713 still available and 40 days until fight night. Even the cheapest tickets are over $650, with resale prices topping $2,000. That's not just hype, that's
Performance bonus that night is going to be over six figures. We're still talking about it. So, yeah, it's going to be a big number. Whoever wins the performance bonus of the night that night.
So next time someone says no one's watching, just show them the numbers. Because long before the near sellout, the viral training clip, and the media chatter, Crawford was already making history. His last fight against Errol Spence was expected to be a close battle. Both were undefeated, both held titles, both considered elite. But what happened shocked even his toughest critics. Crawford didn't just win, he dominated Spence. Round by round, he adapted, pressured.
Terence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. for providing us an unbelievable night of boxing here in Las Vegas.
After the fight, when asked to rate Spence, Crawford didn't gloat. He called Spence a 10 out of 10, praising his record and dominance at welterweight. That level of respect comes from complete self-confidence. While many focused on what Spence failed to do, others zeroed in on what
he's patient enough, he knows what he needs to do. But if he prepares for one thing, you come to the ring and do something different, that I know what it was that night. That night he knew he had to impress. And he knew that, you know, if you know Terence's style, he's trying to line up that straight left, you know. And he got to a point where that became, I gotta have this firework at the end of the night, and that's what he was stuck on.
Former champ Sean Porter, who has fought both men, summed it up: speed makes power. Crawford's power is like a whip, you don't see it coming, but it hurts. Crawford doesn't depend on single-shot knockouts. His danger comes from speed, accuracy, and perfect timing. The kind of damage you don't notice until it's...
He won't make that kind of mistake against a Canelo Alvarez. And again, you know, coming to the ring, I don't think he expected Madrimov to have this counter-punching style that he came to the ring with, you know.
Add it all together: 41 wins, no losses, 31 knockouts, world titles in 4 divisions, undisputed in 2. Even Canelo hasn't done that. This isn't just a hot streak, it's pure dominance. Then came the twist. In an interview with the Ring magazine, Canelo Alvarez called Crawford the best fighter he's ever faced, even ranking him above Mayweather.
Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather. Damn, you don't think that was...
Yes, Canelo said Crawford tops Hopkins, De La Hoya, Trinidad, Bivol, and even Mayweather, the only man to completely outbox him. Whether that's genuine respect or a bit of strategy, Canelo has used this move before, building up an opponent so that if he wins, the victory...
Oscar De La Hoya,
Better than Canelo.
Manny Pacquiao, Dmitry Bivol,
Better than Canelo.
Artur Beterbiev, Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Better than Canelo.
In the ring's silent reaction segment, Crawford stayed quiet when asked if Canelo is better than Pacquiao, suggesting he believes so, but spoke up for De La Hoya. When Canelo was asked about past greats like Pacquiao, Hopkins, Bivol, and Mayweather, he stayed silent every time, signaling he thinks Crawford tops them all. Whether it's mind games, honesty, one thing's certain. He's not underestimating Crawford. Crawford versus Canelo isn't just another fight. It's 2 Hall of Famers, 50,000 fans, Netflix streaming, and a chance at history. Stephen A. predicts Crawford will outbox him. Garcia says he'll get stopped. Haney warns about shady tactics, and Canelo himself says Crawford's the best he's ever faced. On September 13th, we'll find out who's right. Still, Stephen A. didn't write Canelo off completely. He made it clear that Canelo is a naturally bigger, stronger fighter, and that matters. He agreed with Gervonta Davis's trainer, who warned that if Crawford gets dragged into a brawl instead of sticking to boxing, the size gap could be a big factor. I don't care that Crawford's put on weight. Canelo's used to fighting at this weight. Crawford isn't. It was one of those rare takes where Stephen A. showed belief in one fighter while fully respecting the challenge ahead. And as September 13th gets closer, his comments have only added to the hype.
And Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always ready.
Always prepared.
He's always ready. He's always
that.
prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster.